Alright guys, so I look really pale. Yeah, I look really pale. That's because I'm pale. Anyway, and also I have no makeup on. Well, it doesn't really change the fact that I am pale because I never really apply anything but mascara and eyeliner and sometimes red lipstick. Anyway, so today I wanted to do a video that's a bit different from the last two. I'm red, I don't know why. Itchy everywhere. I think the stress of the exam is starting to kill me slowly. Like my periods are late, my skin's getting really dry and I have some red patches at some different places on my body. Yeah, and I go pee every freaking hour, and some of my, well, I guess that's relevant to today's video. Also I have some, I don't know how to call them, basically there are some things that I need to do when I'm really stressed out or when I'm worried or when I'm feeling anxious. They're really like little things that I have absolutely no logical reason for me to do them, but it just makes me feel, it doesn't really make me feel better, but if I don't do them I feel even more anxious. So lately that's how I've been feeling. The competitive exam is about 2 weeks away from now. I am gonna do a video about it on my main channel, I think, but it's probably gonna be in French, so I might do a French video on my main channel and I might do an English video for you guys following me on here, so that you understand, because I am not really going seriously to this competitive exam. It's more like I'm not completely giving up, but I have sort of given up a little bit. And I've accepted things and my mindset has really changed. I'm also going there to just see what it really is like, how I respond to the exam in itself, and also, you know, what I could have changed and could have done differently. And I think this is going to be perhaps another video as well, because it's very different to study for uni and like a dissertation or anything like that, or even just exam at uni, and this kind of competitive exam. Anyway, today what I wanted to talk about was organization. So yeah, I know, maybe you were not expecting that kind of videos from me. Today I wanted to talk about my bullet journal, I guess. So I've never been a big fan of like those to-do lists and those tips and tricks to get more productive. First of all, because as I said in one of my videos, I'm tired of this productivity era and this huge pressure that we have to be productive. On the other hand, I also feel like, on the first end still, I feel like, you know, sometimes I know a lot of people who spend so much time doing lists and calendars and all those planning things, and they actually spend more time doing that than working or studying or doing the thing they wanted to do. Really? So I've always been a bit like, I'm not too sure about it. But I have come to the realization that, first of all, I'm a very messy person. Even without the anxiety or anything that I'm gonna come to later, I'm a very messy person. Like, I'm a really clean person. Like, if I have time, I vacuum every day. I love washing. Like, the bathroom is my favorite room to clean, and I love doing that. I love the scent of cleaning products. I love cleaning. It just makes me feel so much better. And I have some little habits, once again, when it comes to hygiene and I guess just how I want my home to be. But when it comes to being tidy, being organized and putting things back where they should be, I'm really bad. Like, I'm so messy, you guys, I don't think you can imagine. Like, I put things everywhere, I forget things, I lose things. I've lost my credit card so many times, I've lost my healthcare related card so many times. I have lost my ID. That means I only have my passport left, for example. Whenever I buy things, I always do something wrong. I remember twice I bought plane tickets for the wrong date, that kind of stuff. So I lose everything, I'm really messy, and on top of that, the anxiety. The anxiety, I don't know if anyone can relate. Maybe if you have anxiety, if you have depression, I feel like those two, well, first of all, those two are the main things I can talk about, because those are the two that I know, and I feel like those are the two that really heavily can impact your organization and your productivity, so to speak, while still being sort of like okay diseases or conditions for daily functioning, if you know what I mean. Anyway, my anxiety really aggravates and makes it so much worse. So basically, I feel so anxious sometimes that I don't even want to think of what I have to do. I feel so anxious sometimes, for example, that I can't open an email for about a week, even though I knew it's an important email that I need to open. I feel so anxious sometimes that I pretend that I have nothing to do, and the weird thing is my brain is like, you know, you have something to do, so I can't really do anything else like relaxing, enjoying my time or anything, but I also don't want to do the things that I should be doing, so I just end up doing nothing and feeling really, really shitty and bad about myself. Like, and I guess that, you know, everyone is sort of like procrastinating sometimes. I get this. But for me, it comes to the point where it's more paralyzing and it's getting to some big extent, you know, when it comes to administration stuff, work stuff, even just uni stuff, like getting actually registered at uni and, you know, sending back the files and things you need to send back, not just doing your essay or whatever. So I have come to the realization that perhaps I need to be more organized because first of all, my personality is really messy and not organized, but also my mental health really doesn't help at all. And I feel like the less I'm organized, the less I'm, you know, on date with what I have to do, the more obviously anxious I feel. So it's really not positive. And the first year, was it the first year? I think the first year I arrived in Paris, I kept a journal. So I wasn't really like journaling, like writing like how I felt or anything like that, but I just wrote everything that I was doing. For example, if I went to the restaurant, if I went grocery shopping, if I went running, if I saw my friends, if I walked, if I, you know, anything that kind of stood out during the day, I would write it down. And I really, really like that. First of all, because it's really easy to forget. And you know that I'm really anxious about aging and about memories disappearing and stuff like that. So it was really positive for me to have something to look back on and be like, oh, I've done this, I've met those people, I've felt this, I've accomplished that, whatever, I've completed that. It felt super good and it was really helpful for my mental health. But after a while, I just stopped doing it because I was busy and stuff. And you know, it's like, at least for me, I don't know about you, but it's like this one thing, if I lose the motivation, or if I miss one day, if I miss one step, it suddenly sort of like crumbles down and is completely destroyed. So I just wanted to share this with you today, and also hoping that you guys would like to share your organization, productivity, but I don't like this, organization, efficiency, well-being tips and habits and little things that you do to help you being more organized and feeling better with yourself. Not necessarily being productive, but feeling better with yourself. So I'm just gonna show you quickly, because my bullet journal is really not pretty. Like, I don't have a bullet journal to have a pretty bullet journal. If you do, congrats, good for you, but I can't do that. So the first page is obviously just the content, so it's not really interesting. Then I have some Arabic lyrics for a song, anyway, not really interesting. So first of all, I guess you can see that it's already starting to be a little bit messy, right? Okay, so the first thing I do is usually I have this you know, this page for the month, and what I do is I track certain things that I really want to do. For example, there is yoga, there is going out, because as I told you, my anxiety makes it really difficult for me to go out. I have studying, I have cleaning, I have reading, I have fruits, because I feel much better when I have fruits, and I have migraines. So this one is very specific to me, because you know that I suffer from a lot of migraines, and I'm trying to track them down to kind of see what's triggering them, or if there is a pattern. My doctor told me it could have something to do with my periods, but unfortunately, as to now, I haven't found any link that they're related. But what I have found, I don't know if it's really interesting, I don't know if you can see, but it's that I never really have one one migraine. It's like when I have one, it's usually minimum 2 days and sometimes like 4 days in a row, which is very obviously, I mean, I don't think people take it very seriously because perhaps people don't really know what a migraine is, and obviously it's variable and depends on people. But for me, my migraines can be really bad, to the point that I can't really speak, I can't really open my eyes, I feel really a huge pain in my jaws, and I also want to throw up and things, so it's really difficult. And basically just here I write things. For example, there is the video that I had to do for a company, or when my sister came to visit me, or the first day of my periods, which I'm trying to track but I always forget to do it, and they're quite really not really regular anyway, or you know, appointments for work, that kind of stuff. Then I have video ideas, sorry. So I have a list of videos that I really want to do. I also have another list on my computer, which is, you see, something I need to work on. I don't want to be like all over the place, but I can't help doing it apparently. So yeah, I have a few videos that I really want to do. Then sometimes what I do is this, I just put the day and write what I have to do. So for example, study, film a video, print some papers for work, bank related stuff, go to the pharmacy, that kind of stuff. Here is a bit of a blank page that I'm really hoping to fill in. It's a list of blog posts. So you might know that I have a blog and I haven't been updating it for a while because of how busy I've been, but I'm hoping that after the competitive exam I can go back to blogging because it's something I love doing. And I would love ideally to blog both in French and in English. So yeah, then I have this page which is just goals for 2018. So I want to finish writing a story and perhaps see if that's something that could get published. There is a project for YouTube that I don't want to talk about. There is buy a drone. I would love to buy a drone. I think it would be so good. And learn Arabic. And perhaps do zines, because I love that. I try doing these things. So see, that's also just a real good occasion to see what works or not. What is it called? Wait. How is that called? Just basically what I buy during the month and to see what money goes out. Oh fuck, what is that called? See, but this clearly didn't work because I'm not someone that buys lots of stuff. Actually, everything here is grocery shopping related or things that I really needed to buy, like a fan for my computer. But I can't really keep track of money. I'm really bad with money. Like, I'm actually really good at saving money for traveling, but I'm really bad at, you know, knowing how much money I earn, where it goes, that kind of stuff. Here is a bit more of a furnished page, so it's the same sort of pattern with the days and what I have to do. Here is a bit of a personal feeling sort of thing. It was for my birthday, basically. Yeah, I feel like I should implement that a lot. It's kind of like journaling, writing down how I feel. That's something I really, yeah, I feel like it's something positive. And then, yeah, here is February as well. I'm tracking the migraines again, and they're like, where is it? And they're like quite bad. For now, in February, I've had like 10 migraines, and we're just the 18th, which is, wow, amazing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and at the end of the bullet journal, I also have movies and books. So this one, I mean, it's not really furnished because a lot of the books I want to read are in my mind, but I think those ones are like when I read a book and there is a reference or something and I don't know the book, or I'm not gonna, you know, retain it or memorize it. I just write it down. And this is movies that I want to see. Yeah, that's it, really, only 3. So you see, it's definitely things that are a bit more natural and things that I need to work on this. And I would really love to know if you guys have any tips or things that you do that work really well. I also use my phone and I write down lists on my phone. Motivation wise, like for grocery shopping, which is a big thing for me, what I do is also whenever I know I'm gonna do grocery shopping, I take a backpack with me. So just the fact that I carry this fucking backpack makes me want to do the grocery shopping, because usually, you know, I work every day. So when I go to work, sometimes after work I just feel so lazy and so tired, I just don't want to do grocery shopping, because of the, you know, in Paris there is a lot of public transport going on and it can be really tiring, especially with anxiety and agoraphobia. But yeah, carrying this fucking backpack, I just really need to do the grocery shopping. Another thing that really helped me with feeling better is waking up earlier. Even if that means taking a small, short nap during the afternoon, I mean the weekend for example, it feels much better for me to wake up before 8 a.m. Ideally 7 is great for me during the weekend so that I can study and work on the morning. One thing that I'm considering is probably buying some lights to do my videos, because sometimes I want to film at night and I can't because of the lighting. So I feel like this would really help me getting with a bit of a more personal schedule. And I think it's one thing that's really important is to listen to yourself and know what works the best for you and when. So yeah, I would really appreciate if you guys have any tips, ideas or things that you do on a daily or almost daily basis that work really well for you, that make you feel more efficient, organized, and that make you feel overall better. I hope you enjoyed this video. I feel like it was a bit different, but it's still related to mental health, because for me, being organized is a big challenge and it really has a big impact on my mental health. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. That's really long, I'm sorry for that. Hope you're doing all well. Thank you once again for supporting me on Patreon. It really means a lot. It really helps with everything in my life, so I really want to thank you. And I shall see you soon. Bye!